Once again, welcome to the Andy Billiard Club 74th World 14-1 Tournament, proudly presented by Dr. Michael Fedak, and our sponsors OBQs and Kamui, and our official ball of the event is Empowerment. Our other sponsors are Pool and Billiards, Amsterdam Billiards, RealRealCool.com, NYC Grind, Gotham City Technologies, Charles Eames Photography, the National Amateur Pool League, George Beckman Sculptures, and Dragon Promotions. And we are sponsored and hosted here in New York City at Steinway Cafe and Billiards. Our patron sponsors are Stuart Matana, Tom Bletch, and Dr. Gregory Deal. And now for our first match of the day on the AZB TV streaming table. Our two opponents in this match. Our first one is the runner-up from the 2011 World 14-1 Tournament, Mr. Mike Davis. And his opponent, sponsored by Predator Fuse, Stratham Cloth, and Diamond Billiards. He's our runner-up from last year's event. Let's put our hands together for Mr. Darren Appleton. Good luck, gentlemen.
All right, guys, there you have it. We want to welcome you to the Andy Cloth World Tournament of 14.1. That's the match that's at hand. Darren Appleton versus Mike Davis. We have Gene the Man sitting in. He's going to take control of things as I still have work on the side.
Good morning, Upstate Al.
Hey, good morning, Gene. Welcome aboard. Pleasure to have you. You got it, sir. I'll be right back.
Okay, we're watching the 2013 runner-up who made this incredible, can't-be-beat 200-ball run last year. And I'm sad to report that I was on the phone because my wife was having trouble with a furniture delivery, so I didn't see the whole thing live. This is called tragedy in daily life. Mike Davis is, after John Schmidt, the highest-ranked American in this event in the New Brunswick 2011, excuse me. And another American who really finished high was Max Eberly, back in the inaugural Charlie Williams era event at East Brunswick in 2006. Okay, Mike has won the lag, and Darren will be breaking. Two balls to the rail. White rabbit up by that one diamond. That's the way they show you to do it. Looking down first for a Christmas present, and then considering the option of a mile back cut from 9 feet away. I want to say hello to all the AZers out on the stream. I'm Gene Man, Bay Gene, on AZ Billiards forums. Okay, Mike made the cut. Does that mean that he saw a second shot in the pack? I would say no. Tries to put Darren in a safe place. That opening shot in 14.1 is so difficult that they tell us that in the 10-foot days that the winner of the leg would elect to break the balls. Okay, everybody. 14 balls on the table in a 100-point game. No room for mistakes. Safety allowed. Push the ball out. Now, unless there's a dead one in there, looking at a carom or a kiss. Ask the backers before you shoot that one. Well, no, we're looking. We're absolutely looking. He went for the, I didn't hear the call, but he went for the kiss. And that looks like a pretty open table.
Tell you what we're going to do, folks. We're going to maintain our focus on this mainstream table that we're on now. And I'm going to try to pan the camera over to the other one where Corey and Zion are playing, so we can keep you updated with the score. Or we can actually verbally tell you that Corey just ran a rack.
Right. We'd like to be able to give you the scores everywhere in the room, but we can't see through walls. But it is the end of rack one. Zion is racking, and Corey's going into the second rack.
So we're going to keep one camera view on this side, and we'll use the other cameras, the main camera for the main table overhead. As you see, Shane is also in the match. And we will switch back and forth and actually verbally give you the score updates as we can.
Okay. Meanwhile, back at our TV table, Mike Davis is a victim of an unfortunate collision in this harsh game. And instead of cleaning the table, he's handing it over. By the way, on that, Corey missed the break shot. Zion's at the table. By the way, I was watching Corey last night, Al.
Yeah.
What is that Band-Aid he's got on his cue? Did you see what he's playing with?
No, I haven't.
He's got like a piece of...
Oh, he's got the slip slide?
Yeah.
Yeah. I forget the name of the one he's using, but that's for humidity. You know, it's like wearing a glove, but it's got a tube. It's like a slip tube that you put over the shaft.
Yeah, for an old boy like me, that looks very strange.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, there was some nice little action here last night, Mr. Shane Van Boning got into. I'll tell you what, you had to be here. I'm not letting the cat out of the bag. I'm sure the pool community will know in about another day or two, though, because that's how fast word spreads. But it was a pleasure to watch Shane. They tried to trap him up, and Shane wound up trapping everybody else. The smart cookie. There you see the score, 14-0, still with Corey Duell and Zion. As Darren Appleton starts making his way through this rack, whatever's left of it. Mike Davis has 3s on 1 foul.
These are summary stats I sent you by email.
Yeah.
That's all right. That was just Gene talking with one of the pedestrians. One of the people asking for his autograph. All right, here we go.
That was actually Captain Ken A. Lee, U.S. Navy retired, an avid straight pool fan,
Nice.
and a guy who was keeping stats like I do.
Oh, okay. So are we keep taking you away from stats?
No,
And
he's
keeping them for you.
He's
Hey, you can read them off.
he's not without my glasses. I can't.
Do you need these? I have an extra pair of eyes.
But I want to. By the way, something you may have seen on the postings. Ken is telling us about 4-0 players. At this point, Holman, Appleton, Bergman, Justin Bergman, Tony Robles, Shane, Max, and Kevin Clark, who was inaccurately referred to as a rookie in this post earlier this morning, are all 4-0 going into this last morning of an afternoon of round robin. And perhaps this morning we'll see our first 5-0. Darren's disappearing balls from the table in recommended fashion. He's got the break shot. And our score should be 10-3 with the scratch.
Right.
Okay, as I said before, I don't know about the Common Core standards, but everybody in this room knows the 14 times table.
I have to step out for a second, Gene. You got the helm.
Okay.
All right. So it looks like Zion has made some moves on the other table.
Yep. He's now into his second rack court,
14-14 on that table.
and his break shot goes down. Okay, as you look at our sponsors, those are not just pictures on the wall. When you're making your consumer decisions about chalk, tip, cue, recovering your table, what magazine to read, where to play. Remember these good folks who brought you what you've been seeing this week and will see. Including our host room, Steinway Billiards. I've got to watch it. I've already gained 1.8 pounds on Manny Stamatakis' wonderful cuisine here.
Say that last name 3 times fast. Gee whiz, you're more of a man than I, because I've been working, behind the scenes with Manny's accounts, with the pay-per-views and stuff. Excuse me, I can't pronounce it. That's pretty good.
Well,
can you say it one more time?
Well, I had students with names like Bacalo Castanti still. I can do that.
You're good that way, then. All right, one second.
Evkaristo.
Did you win the case?
Okay, well, we're having a lighthearted morning in the broadcast booth. And Darren is, with his characteristic efficiency, disappearing balls from the table. Mike Davis is looking around the room for pleasanter things and brighter days. Okay, so take this down. You'll notice everything's off the rail. All the pockets are cleared. You probably have an idea this man knows how to play pool.
Has Darren moved to the U.S. yet?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think he has. I forgot where it is. Could be Pittsburgh, but I'm not going on record with that.
Yeah, I thought it was Pennsylvania, but I don't know what part. Could be Pittsburgh. It's pretty cool if you did. I'm a big fan of the Steelers.
Okay.
Nice rack.
Again, we've experienced on this monitor that the angles look shallower than they really are. But he's getting into the next rack for sure. Should be 24-3. Corey's, as we were panning over there, Corey's back at the table. Cyan gave up the table in some way. And that game we get to peek at every once in a while. There's been some difficulty racking at this table, at the TV table, but not the extreme difficulty that we saw yesterday in the Yednak-Strickland Love Fest of a match. That last little bit of rotation. Okay. All of a sudden the cloud has passed over the sky. It's that last roll. Darren's seen a way out of the problem. Side pocket from a steep angle.
Nice shot.
Side pockets get very small when you get away from them.
think he's electing to play the 8, right? From that angle?
It looks like he's going to. Again, the table as we look at it on the monitor looks a lot more crowded than it does in reality.
I can only think from here.
Oh, change of plan.
Take the 2. See how easy the 2 went in compared to the 9 ball
Right.
from that steep angle?
Okay, he's going to clean up the orphan, get back to the money under the table. Okay. Couldn't do that without a collision, but
I just did.
okay, can you make great use out of a collision to get on balls, use a stopper?
Plays so well. Takes his time. Got some game. Some people think straight pool is easy because it's the whole rack of balls.
Well, and then those are the people who play it. Rotation games, to an extent, are paint by numbers. You don't have to have anybody tell you what your next shot is.
And they say it's more obviously to the human eye. It's a very offensive game. But a lot of new players do play defense and do play safety. It's not a safety game, but you see it a lot. And that's something different I haven't seen, at all. For like yesterday with Jeremy and Jeanette, all the safeties they played. It's like a 3-hour match. It was a good match. Close. Until Jeremy picked it up a little bit.
Well, let's see, the safety game is, although beginning players, will know to duck.
Yeah.
But playing a safety, considering the return, back scratching when it's against people's grain to give up points.
Yeah.
Very, very intricate.
That's what I meant. It's
And the absolute best at safety play, since I'm speaking to Upstate Joe, was from Upstate. Irving Crane from Rochester, the Deacon, who was the best player I ever saw.
yeah.
I saw Moscone play at the
Now, is
point
that-
where he was doing exhibitions and so forth.
Now is that straight pool or just?
Straight pull, yeah. Irving Crane was he played a little 3-cushion, but he was a straight pull player.
I've never seen half of these guys play straight pool. It's actually an honor to watch them play. I haven't since the last event I've been to. That was round robin straight pool. About 7 years ago. And I hardly remember who was there, but it's an honor to watch now that I understand the game a lot more. You get older, 24, 25, the game starts clicking, you see other shots. With me, I see them, but since I don't play, I'm mostly wrong half the time. But I enjoy it a lot. A whole lot. Especially watching it in person.
Okay, so we don't have your broadcasters on the screen. Upstate Joe is considerably younger than I am. Let's say that.
Just a little bit.
So you would not be surprised that I'm pulling for some of the more seasoned players in this year's tournament,
Yeah.
and who are doing well, particularly Earl Herring and Dave Daya from
I
Mount
don't-
Carmel, Pennsylvania.
I didn't catch his name. He was commentating with you yesterday.
Oh, and Kevin Clark, he's young. Kevin Clark, who
yeah.
has a room in Scranton,
Yeah.
who was 4-0 and not a rookie.
He is 4-0, right?
Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
Okay, so Tony Robles isn't the only unbeaten player.
No, actually,
Kevin plays so well.
Right.
I was watching Kevin yesterday.
once again, if you didn't catch it before, in our last day of round robin, 4-0 players. Torsten Homan, who is playing my friend Eddie Kwok right now, Darren Appleton, Justin Bergman, Tony Robles, Shane Van Boning, Max Eberly, and Kevin Clark.
And then the 3-1 players are you got Mike Davis, John Smith, Earl Strickland, Mika Immonen,
Earl Harry,
Kiemko.
Warren Kiemko,
John Archer. Wow.
Mike DeShane, Danny Baruti, another fellow closer to my age, Ralph Eckert, and Evgeny Stalif.
Stalif?
Yes, and I was talking to Evgeny last
I bet
night
you
about
you'll
his cue. If we wind up with a TV match with Evgeny, he plays with an Alexander Efremov cue,
Now that's
which is like nothing you've ever seen before if you're an American.
and that's Stalif?
Yes, Stalif.
Yeah, the Russian pool stick, right?
Right.
Isn't it more of it's not weird. I wouldn't call it weird at all, but it's different.
Yeah, it's a
something
full
you don't see every day.
full splice butterfly like a 360 Brunswick from the 20s.
Really?
Yep.
It's that old?
No, that's the style that Brunswick had, the Brunswick
okay.
360. And I have one that's épée antique. I have no idea how much it weighs. It's really skinny, and I can't shoot with it. It doesn't have a ferrule because it's so hard.
Uh-huh.
And but if I got into a fight in a room, that's the one I'd be carrying. Totally different feel from an American cue. Meanwhile, okay, Darren is in front of your eyes solving problems, and now he's confronted with another one.
Score's now 38-3 in favor of Darren Appleton. As soon as someone takes down the rest of this rack, we'll switch over to Corey Duels and get an update on that match. Who's Corey playing?
Corey's playing Zion Spee.
Zion, okay.
Okay, this is not an easy combo. And
Yeah.
this is not an easy combo.
That was a hard shot. Isn't it?
By the way, I think he's left Mike an available ball, but they kind of bunched one up funny.
I mean, he can go long. He can go uptown, and that's a long shot, especially bridging over the. Can't see what ball it is, but I don't know if you could see the three. I like the way Mike Davis shoots. Calm. The way he strokes his cue stick is it's really nice. It's
Okay,
down.
so he can see it.
Yeah, I thought so. Well, he's going for the 4. We'll soon find out.
Okay. Has a little room.
Yeah.
Well, on the contrary, Joe, Mike has a very, unusual style, that saw style that he
That's why I
has.
think I like it.
Actually, it irritates me.
Does it?
I have difficulty watching Mike. He's a wonderful guy,
We're
but
entitled to our
there's
opinion.
something about the stroke that, I don't know,
Yeah.
makes me a little itchy.
Yeah, everybody's entitled
But-
to their opinion.
But he, so long in that saw motion, but it sure works.
Yeah. You know, I was always taught to never have your left arm, if you're shooting righty, all the way straight. Always have at least just have a little bend in your arm. Don't hold it straight. I mean, don't put your arm out straight all the time. But then again, I see a lot of the pros do it.
Right. Well, you there's the way you're supposed to do things, and then there's the way that works for you.
Yeah.
So I would not recommend anyone to pattern his game or her game after, let's say, Oliver Ortmann, who never addresses the ball where he's going to hit it until he actually does. Or my friend Danny Berruti, who has this cute little twist thing that he does that you can't do, so don't try it.
I'll play the 8 ball on the side. You gotta slow down.
Okay.
He's not that straight.
He's got 2 clusters.
Yeah. Both on the right side of the table. I always have trouble shooting down on the ball, chopping at it. Something I gotta practice a lot. Out of 10 shots, I think I'll miss 8 of them. Chopping
Yeah,
down.
but
It's hard. for me.
anytime you have to jack, you've just made the shot a whole lot more difficult.
They make it look so easy, but then again, they've been playing for a long time. Some of them playing more than 20 years. I just think pool deserves a bigger outlet and a bigger name in the sports. Because it's not an easy game at all. No matter what you play. I mean, everybody knows Michael Jordan. Take Michael Jordan, the best of basketball of all time, depending on who you are and whatever you grew up in. And you put him on a pool table, he's not Michael Jordan no more. So, you know, there's so much more skill and thought and, you know, the mathematics in the game it's amazing. I think it's amazing.
Well, some people have, compared. There are pool players like Danny Berruti and Efren Bada Reyes who are great chess players. Everybody knows that chess is a real head game.
Yeah.
But in straight pool and one pocket, you've got to play chess and then execute something physically.
Yes, you do.
Okay, working around.
Score is 39-3.
Still unclear how those 2 problem balls, how Mike intends to deal with them. Looks like he's clearing out these 50-yard line balls first.
Yeah, I'm not sure what to do here. What would you do, Gene?
I'm waiting to see what Mike's going to do because, and I didn't expect that. Okay, I didn't expect that because
I asked you.
he got back to where he would be if he just shot it.
Yeah.
But seemed like a little unnecessary motion. You know what? We may not know because I'm not sure he does.
That's actually a good ball to keep as a break ball.
Okay, he's going to try to bang into them, which he's done. And
It's better. I would play the side.
Okay. He's looking to the side, which is a bit tight, and where he wants to wind up.
Yep.
Good. Okay. Mike's going to the side rail. Needs to clear these balls, and the ball he has at center table is very good to use as a key ball, which I imagine is what's going to happen. Okay, he stayed on the same side of the table. Here's the setup ball, And he wants to swing around for center pocket. Don't want to go too far. I think he's just great. Where he is, or a few inches down on that line to the foot spot, will put him in great position. And there he is. You know, we were talking about Mike's stroke with Upstate Joe. It always looks like he was going to drive that ball out of the room. It's just the way he addresses the ball in his pre-strokes. But big guy with a long stroke. Okay, we're not going to be updating the scores on the screen for a few minutes. It's 39-16 as Mike Davis got through a rack and now on getting into his second. Okay, disaster has struck. Mike missed a break shot. And here comes Darren again. Beginning with a combination. No, I'm sorry. Look entirely different on the screen. Okay, you may notice how regular, people out here trying to improve their games, how regular Darren's actions are at the table. Has his cue in the center of his body, he's chalking as he's looking. He's keeping a pace, not racing. Because strangely enough, as people who play it know, straight pool is a rhythm game. About to receive another missive from Captain Lee. Torsten, updates from the field. Earl is 55-13 over Bob and my friend Eddie Kwok is currently losing to some player named Torsten Holman, who's at 90 and shooting, and that should be over in an Augenblick. German for eye blink, folks. Thank you, Ken. Captain Lee. Okay, we'll update the score at the end of the rack. You can wait. Into the rack.
All right. Is that incorrect?
No, we'll be okay. We'll update the score. We'll update the score on the screen at the end of the rack.
What it is sometimes when we're doing it, we don't like to, if somebody back scratches or something like that, and we just turn our head for a sec and miss the play, won't know the proper score. So I don't really like to make mistakes and confuse people.
Yeah, that's actually why when you play the game, you keep the score rack by rack, because
Yeah.
it happens too fast.
I can, we both can actually press +1, +2, +3 on the scoreboard. But I don't know. It's not that I don't like to do it. I don't want to confuse people.
Well,
So Darren's back up to the table, huh?
yeah, Mike missed the break shot.
Did he?
Yep, and
I was going to ask you that too. As soon as I left to go get a coffee, it's got to be the worst feeling when you miss a break shot.
absolutely,
Right?
The stakes are in, particularly when the pack opens up and you've now handed 15 balls to your opponent.
Yeah. I seen it yesterday. Actually, I don't know who, but I seen it. And I said, man, that's gotta hurt.
Well, we all know what a head game this is, and so shots that rotation players, and many of these fellas, 9-ball players, make routinely get to be very difficult when you play straight. A break shot is like shooting anything else, except there are those 14 balls, and it makes a difference.
Going for the 7. You could see the focus. Brian Focus actually made a shirt for the 14.1 straight pool world tournament. Nice shirt. Did you see it yet?
Yeah,
I've seen it on the rack standing in the corner.
I got mine. My wife this
I
morning
bought a
said, "Another shirt?" Yes.
Yeah, I have a gray Steinway for when the 10 ball was on right before, as I was actually on the stream. I bought that one, and then I bought I bought a collared Steinway, and then I bought a collared 14.1 straight pool world tournament shirt. Really nice shirts. And not the shirts you throw in the laundry, they get worn out. I mean, excuse me. Jerry Tarantola from NYC Grand, he's always moving, never stays still. He's some work. He busts his behind. He does. There's hardly ever a moment that he's sitting down, and as I say that, he actually takes a seat to update his.
Maybe he's settling down in his old age. Okay, this is. Oh, wait a second, folks.
Wow.
All right, there was the very touchy.
Wow.
Very, very touchy little 3 balls in there. And actually, Darren showed a little unfamiliarity with the rules. You do not spot a ball after the first rack, but he just was so to try to get into this triangle of 3 balls for the finish that it died on the lip. Now, we're above subway tracks, so maybe we should wait for the train to come through. Maybe that thing would fall. Actually, I remember a room called Logan Billiards in East New York. I think that's in the Norwood Avenue station of the L. It was on the 2nd floor. And if the L came through, it just might knock a ball into the pocket.
It might have did it with the ball that Darren just shot.
Okay,
Earl,
so
go ahead. Sorry, Gene.
yeah, so these gentlemen are being very kind to each other. They've been exchanging gifts.
Yep. See if Mike can finish the rack out, which I think he will.
Okay.
Get up a little more. Get up. That's all right.
Yeah, well, he's so tall that he doesn't have to worry so much about reach.
Yeah.
So basically, anything if you're as far away as one diamond above the center pocket, you're okay. That's
Check over here on Corey Duel. As you can see, the score is 23-60. I don't know who has 60 though.
okay. I think it's Corey.
We're gonna get back to the TV.
It's Corey.
table.
Yeah.
But you're watching the 14.1 Straight Pool World Tournament. Thanks for joining us.
Okay. Last time Mike Davis did this, it didn't go well.
What was it, about the same shot before?
Mm-hmm.
Should hit the, yeah.
Now it goes. We're going up and down.
That 3 might go. All we need is the train to pass. So, got a couple problems. One's obviously in the middle of the table. You got the 2, the 8, the 6. There's a couple others. I think it's the 14 ball. And then maybe the 10 ball up on top of that. I can't tell if it's green or blue. Gonna play the combination.
That's what it looks like.
Down
He
to
doesn't
the
have
corner.
a whole lot of choices, and he's got that duck.
Got both of them to go, and then straight pool.
Okay, now.
Really don't.
Yeah, no, you don't want the middle ball to go in almost every circumstance.
They want to hold one there, maybe for insurance, you know.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. That one shot made the table look a little.
A little better.
It certainly did.
See, I would shoot the 8 and break that that congestion of balls. We'll leave it up to Mike.
Yeah, no, he's nibbling.
Yeah. See, but
There are players like John Schmidt who have an opportunity to break balls early on, will do it.
such a great player, especially at straight pool. You guys seen him yesterday. Running 100 balls it's not that it's easy. He just gets so focused in, and it's like, give him 15 minutes, he'll have the 100 done. Ran 400 balls twice. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's truly amazing.
Okay.
Yeah, Darren Appleton actually was the first player in history to run 200 balls in a tournament. In a tournament format.
So having
Am I right there, Gene?
That's right. Yeah.
Okay.
That's him.
I don't want to misguide people.
And
Yeah, back to what you were saying about Stalif and the cue he uses. The shaft, it comes apart. The shaft is so thin.
right, because the wood is so heavy. It's
Is that why?
Yeah.
Okay. Quick question. Has nothing to do with the match, but does Allison Fisher play anymore?
No. Oh yes. Okay.
Yeah.
There's Allison Fisher with a C, New York City NYC grind.
Yeah. Not,
And then there's the Duchess of Doom.
her.
Yeah. The problem is that
I saw her in years.
the female, the WPBA, I think last year had 4 tournaments. Period. Okay. When they were living large on ESPN. You saw them all the time.
Yeah, you did. Even replays. They used to replay it. I watched a couple trick shots with I forget the names, but people know them. They're known. I don't know who they were playing, but I seen Allison, Jeanette Lee, Karen Core a couple times. But yeah, I haven't seen the Allison Fisher play in so long. Probably about 10 years.
Yeah, no, they're still
About
playing,
10
but the
actually.
opportunities are not there.
She was as a woman player, I liked her the best. I liked the way she was strong, real strong.
Well, they were, it's snooker on a 6x12 table, huge in the United Kingdom and other places. Players like Stephen Henry made incredible amounts of money at the time.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, back in the United States, life has gotten some complications for Michael Davis. Okay.
It's a hard shot to bridge over. Bridge over and shoot that. It's actually stand up to watch this one.
Foul on every ball. It drops.
He fouled the ball.
Oh,
Right? Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Just as we said, foul on every ball.
Yeah, this is.
Actually, the players have been complaining that, and Mike was, about the dress requirement
Dress
of
code?
long sleeve shirts, which I remember tuxedos,
Yeah.
and how the long sleeves with foul on every ball are making problems. Of course, back in the 1970s, I do recall a hair foul or two
Yeah.
when pool players looked like the Allman Brothers.
Yeah. Wow. Darren looks good from here.
Okay, again, the exchange of gifts.
Yep.
Now, but let's also remember that for people who are humbled by this game, at the last turn of the table, Darren Appleton,
I'd be one.
who ran 200 balls in competition, which nobody has ever done, missed an 8-inch straight shot.
He missed a what?
An 8-inch straight shot. He was trying to, get the speed right to set up for that triangle, and the ball didn't make it to the pocket. So
He is human.
I can recall there was a tournament
It's a tough shot here.
game, Warren Kiamko against Earl Strickland at Rax last year, where Kiamko 9-ball, straight-in shot, side pocket on the 8-ball,
I think
trying to get shape, and dumped the rock right in the pocket, straight on.
Wow. Brutal. I think we'll see a break from the bottom of the rack.
Yeah, that's what it's going to be.
Nice position, too. I think he's going to break those balls apart really nice.
Okay, the back of the pack break. Okay, the trick is, and conventional wisdom is, you don't want to, depending on your exact position, you don't want the cue ball to come off the long rail and kick back to the opposite corner pocket. You want it to spin out to the middle of the table. By the way, Zion is, as we pan over, Zion is back at the table. 74-23, favor Corey last rack.
See if we can get this shot in. While Mike Davis racks for Darren Appleton.
I believe Zion is looking for his first win of this event.
He plays a lot better than he's been playing. And everybody's been playing well in this tournament, too. Zion, I watch Zion a lot since I'm here at Steinway. Plays great.
Okay, so Darren's taking his break.
Is that what he was doing?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't see him. I didn't want to say nothing, but wasn't sure. We'll possibly see the break of Zion's match.
Oh, little collision between Zion and at the next table, Dr. Bob Medengian. So sometimes announcers say funny things. There's one time that
I'll do myself.
Dr. Bob Medengian, who is a animal doctor, was announced as having been a practicing vegetarian for 25 years in Connecticut. And Bob said, I eat meat.
In my opinion, Steinway has one of the best coffees I've ever tasted. It's good. It's the only time I drink coffee. I don't know about Steinway.
Okay, so let's think about our sponsors. Can you shoot pool at Starbucks? No, you cannot.
Hey, we should thank Andy Cloth. OBQs. Let's get back to the match.
Okay. So, cue ball is below the object ball. He wants to get the corner, and he wants to spin out. He doesn't want to. He got the second ball, but with the English, he was able to punch it out to center table, which is where you want to be. It's not all beer and Skittles. Okay, there's a bit of a mess up there at the top corner pocket. Looks like looks almost like a one pocket game broke out.
Yeah. Did you see Darren? I think it was maybe the last match of the night. I don't know.
Okay,
if
I wanted to see it. All right, is he going to do the combination? Is he going to do a billiard? Boy, there's a. You can get embarrassed on a shot like this.
I think he can see the two, but I don't.
Just the edge of it. Yeah, he doesn't.
I think he's going to finish the balls that are uptown first.
Well, he doesn't want an accidental. Again, we can't see as well as he can see. Good for him.
Yep.
Because you don't want to just make a ball. You have to get somewhere else. I think he called the 10. He can see it into the pocket. Cueing right hand English. Bingo.
Nice shot.
Thank goodness for young eyes.
My old man upstate Al started playing billiards because of his eyes. Started getting a little older. He's pretty good at billiards too, to recushion. You know, that's something you can hardly find anymore. A billiards table. I believe Manuel Manny, the owner of Steinway Billiards Cafe, is going to put one or two in the room. There's Darren playing the 4 on the side.
Well, there are 8 tables at Caram Cafe in Flushing, where
I haven't been
Ira
there
Lee's
yet.
place, where the World 14.1 was in 2012.
Who took the title of that?
2012 was Torsten.
Oh, you know what, Gene? I think
No. It was John Schmidt.
I think you would know. I wasn't able to see on any of the banners and stuff like that. Who won the 2008 Straight
Oh,
Ball?
Niels Fayen in East Brunswick.
That's why.
That was the year that
Niels,
Fayen from Holland.
like as in, I'm a fan of you. Yeah.
Feijen. Niels Fayen.
Niels fans. Okay. Yeah, I was looking at Thorsten's, and I couldn't find out.
Actually, they used to have a strong presence of Dutch players here. Dutch players are actually subsidized by the government. And besides Fayen, there is also Nick Vanderberg and Huji C, who played here a couple of years ago. Okay. So Dr. Bob Medengian from a practicing veterinarian, not vegetarian, from Connecticut, is at the table and is currently leading Earl to Pearl Strickland. And I am totally honored because I have just been joined by tonight's honoree, King James Rempe, who I've never met.
Well, my pleasure.
Jim, nice to meet you. I've got these two funny cues with your cartoons on them, however.
It's a character jersey of
Yeah.
myself, yeah.
All right, folks. BCA Hall of Famer in 2002 and being inducted into the 14.1 Hall of Fame. Jim Rempe sitting in with Gene the Man. What an honor.
Well, hello, everybody.
And Jimmy's only going to sit in for a couple of racks because he's got a lot of hellos. Everybody keeps approaching him, so if he has to leave, he's gone.
Well, you know, I quit playing about 10 years ago, and I really missed this game. I mean, it's probably the best game ever of all the pool games. More knowledge in this, more pressure in this. If you miss one ball, you never get another chance at the table. So these guys are concentrated.
Okay.
We're looking at this game here?
Yeah. Okay. So we're as Jim comes into the booth, we're watching the television game. Undefeated Darren Appleton against Mike Davis, who is 3-1. Some strange things have happened this game. Darren hung up a straight shot in the side pocket from 8 inches away because he was trying to baby it, and the subway train didn't go by in time for it to fall.
I seen that happen in Johnson City, Illinois, a while back. They were playing straight pool actually, and Ronnie Allen was playing, I think Kelly, and he was tied up. The cue ball was up against the balls, and he didn't have a shot and everything. And an earthquake happened, and it's a literal true story. And the balls moved around and everything like that. And now he had a shot. And everybody looked around. Well, what did we do? And they said, well, nobody touched the balls. I mean, that's the way you got to play.
That's right.
And he wound up winning because of that. It's unbelievable. Anyway, and on this kind of cloth, this is a fast cloth, the balls really open up good. Look at how wide open they are.
Yeah.
What you want to do in stuff like this is you want to get in the middle of the balls. Right now he's thinking in his mind, where's the break shot? Where's the key ball? Where's the key ball for the key ball? And it's like to literally connect the dots, but do it backwards. So he went right in the middle of the pack. So
Right.
he's supposed to shoot the 3 ball here, then he'll be in the middle. Every ball's open, every pocket's open, so there's not a lot of play to this rack right now. But he got right in the middle of the pack. That's what he's supposed to do. As soon as he shoots this shot, he can do whatever he wants to from here. In straight pool, your mind keeps changing. You don't. Well, he got out of there because he figured out some way. Nobody does things the same, but he got the ball out of the middle, and now he's just looking for a break shot. So I mean, he's going to get rid of the rail shot after this, probably.
Okay, clean the rail.
You know, come down for the ball on the bottom cushion next. Get rid of that because there's no other ball to get to that ball. So that's why you do that kind of stuff in straight pool. Looks like he might.
Hey, wait a
change.
second. I know you from the video. So aren't you the guy?
Yeah, I am the guy that changes his mind a lot in straight pool. Yes, I am. But because you always keep seeing things. So especially the last 4 or 5 balls, you really have to know which way you're going with things. He might change his mind right here, but I would get rid of the 1. Yeah, he's going to get rid of the 1. Come down for the bottom ball. Has to.
Okay, they're listening to you.
Now, I can't tell if the 5 passes to the right-hand bottom pocket, but if it does, he should come up because he can got 2 balls to get to then. Rather than taking a chance and going near balls and there's no other pocket for a thing, come back for the 5 in the corner or the 1 in the side. Oh, he went up in the middle, which is okay. He couldn't have got tied up there. That was okay. He could do that. I don't like bumping balls. Once they're
Right,
open like that,
right.
I don't like bumping them no more. But now he's got a key ball. He can use the ball, whatever it is, the 15 ball or something. Well, he's going to use the 5 ball for the break shot.
Okay, we bumped again, though.
Yeah, that's okay. See, the key ball for the 5 ball is the stripe ball,
Right.
the 12. So, and the key ball for that ball is the 7 ball. So he'll probably get in other words, shoot this ball if you can roll it softly. I don't know if you can roll it soft enough to just shoot the next ball in the side pocket, then the 7, then 1 in the side. He's coming back this way. What's going on over here? Okay, he had a bigger angle, so he did it the other way. So he just played for the corner. Now he'll shoot that. Try to stay around there for the 7 ball in the corner if he can. I don't know if the angle's too big.
I don't know, Jimmy. They've been fooling me all week long.
Well, that's what it is. Straight pull's not specific. I mean, you try to get different areas. If you get an inch off, then you might have to change your mind again. Like if he was straight in on this ball, it would have been easy to do what he has to do. Now you might have a bigger angle than to stay right there for the 7 ball. So he's got to let it go now. He's going to change his mind and go the other way. See 7, then the one back in the right side by his hand, and then the
Okay.
ball. See, so there's a lot of ways you can go. He's looking. He wants to get straight in on this ball.
Right. Bounce and try to get.
And I'll tell you what's important in pool, what people understand, especially for guys that win, is you got to keep your rhythm the same. I mean, if you start slowing your game down or speeding it up and changing things like that, that's why guys don't win. You have to keep your rhythm. Anyway, he's perfect on this. This is a perfect break shot. The balls are going to really break on this kind of a shot.
All right, Corey Duell and Zion, 84-41. We just want to keep you updated on that score also for you folks that are watching that match or want to know about it. We're bringing it up to date, but we got to get back to the feature table.
Okay, meanwhile, Dr. Bob Medengian is back at the table against Earl. I cannot see the score.
Anyway, we used to, when you broke balls, you went for certain break shots. You hit high, certain ones you hit low. This is kind of more of a punch shot. If he's going to hit the round on the top of the blue ball, the 2 ball, then he's going to hit it with like a forced follow. This he's drawing it, I think. See, that's what happens. That's why you have to know where the cue ball's going. See, he let it go. I mean, he got lucky not to scratch. That was not good. But you got the balls open, but you got to watch where that cue ball's going, even when you break the balls. I mean, you want to get it to an area where the balls are going to be. He just hit that and let it go. So I don't know what he had in his mind.
Well, he's got to go into another rack. That's for sure.
Well, see, the balls are pretty much open. I mean, you can work around these balls, without even breaking them up again. That's the way I used to like to play straight pull.
Well, you were one of the top mechanics. You can get in and out of there better than anybody can.
Well, because you can't get in trouble. If you're doing something specific, then you can't get yourself in trouble. But if you let the cue ball go, I mean, you just seem like you always get tied up or do something funny.
Right. I remember when Darren, I think it was last year, Darren ran a 200-ball run the first time, right? It was in the semifinals.
That's right. That's absolutely right.
Yeah,
and he could have kept going, but he wanted to save his energy for his next
Yeah,
match.
I think he was a little bit tired for the final. I must have. And
that's a lot of balls.
That's strong.
the other sad part of that story is my wife was having trouble with her furniture delivery, so I was on the phone on the sidewalk, and so I didn't see the whole run.
Well, for those of you out there, I just want to let you know that everything is recorded, every match that's on the stream table. And the Hall of Fame banquet is going to be live streamed free for everybody to view on ustream.tv/channel/AZBTV. And then after the banquet, the following day we'll be back to our pay-per-view.
Okay, same thing. Like I said, same as last rack. Get in the middle of the balls. That's where he is now. And now he just got to take the rail shots off, clear the pocket so other balls can go in the same pocket. He's going to bump this, the 15, I think. They shoot the 11, bump it over for your break shot. Make sure you want to get to the 3 ball then if he's going to bump this a little bit because he bumped it a little bit. Now the 3 ball next. Get rid of that because you're in line to get it. And the 1 ball, he can actually go up. He can shoot the 3 and click the 1. He doesn't have to do that, but he could possibly do that. There's so many things you can do here.
Yeah, I don't think you can get to the 3 from here.
Oh,
the
really?
15 looks like it might be in the way just partially.
Oh, okay. Well, you got to get rid of the 7 up table, and so he's going for that next. When you see the 7, then the 4, then he can shoot the 1 back up table, and he's got the ball for the side pocket. There's a lot of different ways to go. But he's doing the right thing, getting rid of the rail shots first. And he's got to get rid of the 3 ball, so he might try to get on it next. He can draw this ball a little bit. If he can get perfect on the 3, then that's good. Then he can decide when to get rid of the 6 or the 1. Or you can come back up for the 3-ball next time. This way, play for 2 shots. If you get perfect on the one, then might shoot the one next. Anyway, he's definitely going to play for the 3-ball here. Maybe not. I don't know.
Watch that word, definitely.
Yeah,
Okay.
Well, he did a little different. Yeah, well, that's okay, though. I mean, he might use the 3-ball for the break shot. No, he's going to. The 15's up a little high, but it's still a good break shot. He can knock the one out of there a little bit, or I don't know what he's doing.
Yeah,
How many does he need?
He needs to get into another rack.
He needs to get another rack.
He's got 82.
Okay, he's playing for the 1-ball at the corner, then using the 2-ball for the key. Yeah, there you
Right.
go. See, but the stops. He just figured it that way. Actually, that was better than what I was thinking. See, but it's a stop shot right here.
Which makes things a lot easier when you're getting into the next rack to set up a good break shot.
Absolutely.
Okay, Darren Appleton now has 96. 4 balls to go.
Okay. So let me ask King James when a position I'm not often in. So if you're going into typically, all right, straight pool game, 7 racks plus 2. So if you need 4 balls, are you going to break the same way you would if you needed 100 balls, or you're going to?
Yeah, same way.
Yeah.
Same way. I mean, especially this kind of break shot, they're going to go. They're going to open up real good for him here because he's hitting the top ball. Last time he drew the ball, you got to watch here. You got to more punch this. If he's hitting the top round of the 6, you got to watch you don't go in the side pocket.
Mm-hmm.
If he's hitting the bottom side of the 6, you got to make sure you draw it rather than scratch it. So he's just going to draw this a little bit. Punch, draw. That's it. Punch, draw.
Okay. Fortunately, I think that's the 3, went on the wrong side of the center pocket, but he's okay.
Well, he only needs 3 more balls, so
Yep.
there they are. They're right there. So
Right.
It's over.
Okay, so it looks, Torsten, we didn't get the score, but I'm believing that he is 5-0. And I think Darren is about to become 5-0.
That means they get seeded some kind of way, right? What happens here with the?
Well, there is a seed, yeah. So they have 8 groups, and we're going to wind up with 32 players. So the 5-0 players will get seeds. I don't know exactly how they have it organized.
It's a good system. I looked at it before. I kind of forget a little bit, but it was a good system.
Yeah. Round robins are much better for straight